Hey, this is Josh, fellow Amazon customer and product reviewer, and today I'm going to be reviewing the T7833WIP X3. It's an outdoor HD wireless IP camera by VStarcam. The contents include the camera, a package of mounting hardware, power adapter, antenna, user manual, and a warranty card. So this is a actual metal here. Hit it with my ring so you can hear it. I weighed it. It weighs in at just over 2.5 pounds. You can see the actual metal. It's not painted back here. It's got the UID code that you would scan during the setup process. It's also on the box that it came in case you lose that sticker. That's where you would screw on your Wi-Fi antenna that came with it. This is where you plug in your Ethernet cable when you're setting it up for the first time, or you could choose to run it wired too if you don't want to run it wireless. This is your going to be where you plug in the power adapter that came with it. You're going to stick this whole unit through the hole in whatever building or structure that you're going to be mounting it to. It's a little bit bigger than an Ethernet cable port, so you're going to have to put a good size hole in whatever you're going to be mounting it to, so just keep that in mind. The other third portion here is a reset button. That's to reset all the camera information back to factory settings if you need to. Just simply stick something in there and press it, and it'll reset it when you have it plugged in. You can see here there's a notch there, a notch at the top, and one on the other side. That's so that you could put your cord through there if you want to. If you're wanting to mount it flush against something, you can have different options as to where you want to put that. I'm going to show you something interesting here. You can see here that the whole camera and dome pans, and it does pan, I believe it said 350 degrees, so almost all the way around. However, to tilt, it's going to do the tilt function inside the dome itself. It also has the 3x zoom, the 3x zoom, and I'm not sure if you can see right there, but it's an actual optical zoom that's going to come in and out. You can see here it's got, I believe I counted 11 IR infrared LED lights on each side. So I'll let you know how those work and show you a demonstration later. Here's a look with it installed on the front of my garage. I have it running wirelessly. And you can see here that I have it about halfway down the peak of my garage. I'm able to see my driveway, the entryway, and also the street and my yard. Here's a little bit better view from underneath the camera. I'm now going to go inside and run it from my desktop and give you a better idea of how it works. Alright, so here is the IP Camera Super Client that I downloaded earlier, the free program. Basically it just allows me to pan, zoom, all of that from my desktop. I'm able to see the whole front of my yard all the way around, clear over to the other intersection. I'm also able to use the optical zoom, the 3x. But keep in mind that this is DSL that I have. It's a slow internet. If you have cable, it's going to be less choppy or a higher internet speed than this. But basically it just allows you to do everything on here. You can set your video quality and that sort of thing. There's actually two different sets of instructions. There's these easy to follow ones here on this box, which I'm going to go ahead and try those. Or in the instructions that came with it, there's another set of instructions for a different app. But I'm going to go with the PNP app and we'll just go ahead and try that. So, first step says connect the router. So I am going to take an Ethernet cable, plug it into the Ethernet port, plug the other end into my router. I'm then going to plug the power adapter in there and plug it into a power source. In a moment it's going to cycle and the camera will actually start to move. And there you can see it started to go through its cycle process. Next it says to download the PNP app. I'll be using an iPhone to do that. Here's the PNP app. It's called VSCam. I'm going to click open. And you can see here it says add camera. I'm going to click on add camera. I'm then going to click on Scan QR Code. And then I'm going to locate my QR code and scan it. You'll see that it inputted your UID for you. You're then going to want to put the default password of whatever it shows on your box. You're then going to click Done. And you can see here it says IPCam online. So we are now online. I'm going to go ahead and click it. And we should be able to get a picture of it now. Enter your Wi-Fi settings. You're going to simply open up the PNP app. Click on the little eye over here. Choose Camera Settings, Wi-Fi Settings, and then you should see your network. Click on your network and then enter in your password. You'll then get a message saying that the wireless settings were successful, and to unplug your Ethernet cable from your camera, the camera will then restart. Now see that it's online. I'm going to go ahead and click on it. And you can see that it's rotating through its startup. Now, in order to be able to view the camera on your desktop and also through an internet browser when you're away from your computer, away from your home network, you're going to want to go to the manufacturer's website to download a couple software programs. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. You're going to go to their website, go to Service, Online CD. This is where you're going to get the software programs. You're going to find your model number. It's the T7833WIP. Click Enter. The two items I'm concerned with here that you're going to want to download are the Central Management Client for PC, so download that, and also the IP Camera Finder. Download that. The first thing that you're going to want to do is double click on the IP Camera Super Client, PNP. When that opens, you're going to see here over in the right any cameras that are currently installed. I currently have one camera installed. I'm going to install another one. I'm going to click on the plus sign, add a camera. You have an option to type in the name here. I'm going to type in T7833-X3. Alright, and then the UID, you can either type that in manually off of your box or the back of your camera, or you can simply click on Find, and there you can see it's right there. So I'm going to click OK. If you change the password, you can put that in there, but your default password is going to be on your box or on the back of your camera next to the UID code. You're then going to click on Set Wi-Fi. Then you're going to click on Search Signals. And then a list of wireless networks around you should pop up. Click on yours. Click on Set. And then enter in your Wi-Fi password. After you've entered in your Wi-Fi password, it'll say Wi-Fi set successfully. Please unplug the network cable from the camera. The camera will restart in about 1 minute. So let's say that after all of that, your camera reboots, you've unplugged the Ethernet cord, and you're still not showing it up here wirelessly. There's another trick that I found. Go ahead and click on this, double click on this icon over here for the IP camera finder. It'll pop up down here. You'll show which cameras that you have online. If it's not showing online, plug your Ethernet cable back into your camera, let it reboot, and it should pop up here when it's rebooted. You're then going to double click on whichever your camera is down here, or you can manually enter the information. I'm just going to manually enter it here. It pops up because I've already had it on there. It should ask for your username and admin. Go ahead and type that in. And password. If not, it'll pop up. I'm going to click on the Internet Explorer since that's the browser I'm using, and you can see my camera there up in my living room. It's working fine. In the bottom right here, there's a toolbar. It'll show an icon of a wrench and a screwdriver. Click on that for your camera options. Click on Network Settings, Wi-Fi Settings, Wireless Network List over here. You're going to want to click on Scan. When it pops up a list of networks, click on your network to select it. You're then going to click on Submit. It's going to say your camera is rebooting. Don't shut down its power. Please wait so many seconds. When the countdown gets to about 20 seconds is when I unplug my Ethernet cable from my camera. I continue to let it reboot. Once it's fully rebooted, it then should show up down here on the right in your IP Camera Finder program. If not, give it a moment, and then it should show up over here as well. You're going to right click it, click on Start, and when your camera is rebooted, it should show up, and you'll see it on your screen here. This review was done by Josh. I did receive a product sample so that I could test and evaluate it, and I promise to report a fair and honest review.